everyone, welcome to Travel with Rolla. Today, I will show you around Vancouver. On inspiring scenery, vibrant cities, and a welcoming atmosphere, all makes Canada a popular tourist destination. A delightful country in the North America. Canada is a vast land encompassing mountains, spectacular coastline, virgin forests, spacious prairies, and Arctic tundra. While much of the nation of British and French descent, Canada is home to a mosaic of multicultural communities. Not just a greener, gentle version of USA, Canada is a huge, less crowded country, with a multicultural identity and an interesting clash between English and French influences. Situated between the coast mountains and the Pacific Ocean in British Columbia, Vancouver is favored for its majestic landscape that presents a natural playground where tourists can swim in the ocean, rollerblade through scenery parks, and snow ski in the mountains all in one day. It is located just 24 miles north of the US border and less than a 3-hour drive from Seattle, Washington. As the third largest metropolitan area in the country, Vancouver is one of the most popular places to visit in Canada. Vancouver is consistently named as one of the top 5 worldwide cities for livability and quality of life, and the Economist Intelligence Unit acknowledged it as the first city ranked among the top 10 of the world's most well-living cities for 5 consecutive years. Grouse Mountains is the most famous attraction of Vancouver. Near the bottom of the mountain, there is the Capilano Suspension Bridge. It is Vancouver's oldest tourist attraction. Originally built in 1889, the bridge is 415 feet across and 230 feet above Capilano River, and it is the world's greatest suspension footbridge. It was known by the natives as the Laughing Bridge because of the noise it made when the wind blew through the canyon. Today, you can still hear the bridge laugh on a windy day. The bridge is very strong enough to support the weight of 10 heavy-duty military fighter planes. Strong enough to handle 850,000 visitors each year. Even strong enough to handle a classroom full of kindergarten students. Walking across the bridge, you will cross over Capilano River and enter the wonderful tourist where you can see many different types of trees. Many of them you have not seen before. Stanley is another Vancouver's star attraction, which covers a huge area of woodlands, gardens, and green spaces. Stanley Park is a 405-hectare public park that borders the downtown of Vancouver and is almost entirely surrounded by waters of Vancouver Harbour and the English Bay. The park has a long history and was one of the first areas to be explored in the city. The land was originally used by indigenous people for thousands of years, before British Columbia was colonized by the British during the 1858 Fraser Canyon Gold Rush. For many years after colonization, the future park, with its abundant resources, would also be home to non-indigenous settlers. The land was later turned into Vancouver's first park when the city incorporated in 1886. It was named after Lord Stanley, 16th Earl of Derby, a British politician who had been appointed Governor-General. Unlike large urban parks, Stanley Park is not the creation of a landscape architect, but rather the evolution of a forest and urban space over many years. Much of the park remains as densely forested as it was in the late 1800s, with about 500,000 trees, some of which stands as tall as 76 meters and are hundreds of years old. On June 18, 2014, Stanley Park was named top park in the entire world by TripAdvisor based on reviews submitted. Guest Town is the original settlement that became the core of the creation of Vancouver. Currently, it is a National Historical Site full of Victorian European style and a neighborhood in the northwest end of downtown East Side, adjacent to downtown Vancouver. Guest Town is a mix of hip contemporary fashion and interior furnishing boutiques, tourist-oriented businesses, restaurants, nightclubs, and newly upscale housing. Trendy shops, coffee shops, and souvenir shops dominate the town's main block, where travelers can pick up what they need and kill time. Located at the intersection of Water Street and Canby Street, the Guest Town steam clock is the core of the area, emitting steam every 15 minutes. It is Guest Town's most famous landmark, which was built in 1977 to cover a steam grate, part of Vancouver's distributed steam heating system, as a way to harness the steam and to prevent street people from sleeping on the spot in cold weather. In Vancouver, other top sites include Granville Island's remarkable food market and Chinatown's vibrant arrays of shops. Granville Island is a peninsula and shopping district in Vancouver. It is located across False Creek from downtown Vancouver under the south end of Granville Street Bridge. The peninsula was once an industrial manufacturing area, but today it is a hot spot for Vancouver tourism and entertainment. The area has received much acclaim in recent years for its buildings and shopping experience. The Granville Island Public Market features a farmers market, day vendors, and artists offering local Vancouver goods. There are 50 permanent retailers and over 100 day vendors in stores throughout the market, selling a variety of artisan cottage industry foods and handmade crafts on a rotating schedule. Vancouver is one of the most ethnically and linguistically diverse cities in Canada. 52% of its residents have a first language other than English. Roughly 30% of the city's inhabitants are of Chinese heritage. Vancouver's Chinatown is Canada's largest Chinatown. Walking down the streets, you can see all kinds of Chinese signs, stores, and restaurants, all of which are full of Chinese elements. It is so easy to eat Chinese food there. The University of British Columbia is a public research university with campuses in Vancouver and Kelowna. Established in 1908, UBC is British Columbia's oldest university. The university is ranked among the top 20 public universities worldwide and among the top 3 in Canada. UBC is home to Triumph, Canada's national laboratory for particle and nuclear physics, which houses the world's largest cyclotron, one of the largest research libraries in Canada. The UBC library system has over 9.9 million volumes among its 21 branches. As of 2017, 8 Nobel laureates, 71 Rhodes Scholars, 65 Olympians, 8 fellows in both American Academy of Arts and Sciences and the Royal Society, and 208 fellows to the Royal Society of Canada have been affiliated with UBC. 3 Canadian Prime Ministers, including Canada's first female Prime Minister, Kim Campbell, have been educated at UBC. The mild climate of the city and the proximity to ocean, mountains, rivers, and lakes make Vancouver a popular destination for outdoor recreation. It is most attractive for outdoor activities and offers a lot for sports fans. Besides fishing, swimming, bicycling, and skiing, the city has dozens of golf courses and offers many outdoor adventure activities. If you just like to watch sports, the city has a football team, a baseball team, and a soccer team. For people who are from different cultures, Vancouver has a world-class symphony, an opera company, over 40 dance companies and 30 theater companies. It has over 100 art galleries. The city has hundreds of fine restaurants, which offer all sorts of ethnic cuisine. Canada loves donuts. There are more donut shops for each person in Canada than anywhere else in the planet. Canadians eat more donuts than any other country's citizens. Although the donut is often seen as American icon, it has become Canada's unofficial national snack. The popularity of donuts has to do with Canada's love of coffee. Coffee and donuts go hand in hand. And since coffee is Canada's #1 beverage, its partner donut ranks up there in popularity. When one thinks of Canada and donuts, the connection is Tim Hortons. It is the largest chain store in Canada, with over 2,200 locations across the land. It is harder not to find a Tim's than it is to find one. As the most beautiful city in Canada, Vancouver is worth visiting all year round. In spring, you can feel the sweetness of the cherry blossoms in the whole city. In summer, you can go hiking over the mountains and have barbecue on the beach. In autumn, you can enjoy the beauty of red Douglas maples. In winter, you can experience the fun of snow ski. Vancouver is safe and beautiful, and it serves good, varied cuisine and speaks your language. What more do you want?